Phil and I went to high school together. I was younger. I was a sophomore and he was a senior, and he was very popular quarterback on the football team, and I was very quiet and shy, so we weren't friends and we didn't talk, but I knew who he was. When I saw Phil again after high school, he approached me as if he knew me, and I was taken by surprise because we had never talked before.
When I saw her, I recognized her from when we were in high school, but she had obviously, grown up a lot and had matured, and was this beautiful young lady, and I was smitten over her.
He first asked me out on a date, and I appreciated that it was a formal date, so I agreed, and he took me to a movie and dinner, and every day after that we spent together, every single day for a month, just dating.
After that month, we really, of spending so much time together, we chose to become sexually active.
We had been together for about 6 months, and I wasn't feeling normal. I didn't think that anything was wrong, but I asked Phil to stop at the supermarket on the way home from work to get a pregnancy test. I took the test not expecting for it to be positive, but it was.
I think we were trying to pretend like it wasn't real at first.
Yeah.
Because that was the last thing we expected. We decided that we would look at maybe going to an abortion clinic, and I went to the computer and typed in abortion clinics in our area, and as I was typing it in, I just felt like it was wrong, but that there was no other option because there was no one to help us at that time. We were too scared to go to anybody else and talk about it. So we just decided to go with it. And the first place we called, the number was disconnected. That was probably a good thing.
So he called the second one and made an appointment. We walked up to the building. There was a sign that said Pregnancy Center with a phone number. So I didn't know what that necessarily meant. So we went inside and signed in and waited just as if we were at any medical clinic.
Well, she was taken back
first
by herself. And so I'm sitting in the lobby like, are they gonna do this without me being there? Or I had no idea what was going on. And I was scared out of my mind. When they came out to get me and brought me back, then I started getting it. And I started saying, I realized that it was a Christian pregnancy center. And that's when I started thinking about it in terms of my child and not just a burden and a scare.
What really registered with me was that I specifically remember her talking about the negative aspects of some choices, including abortion, the way that women feel afterwards, the gravity of the situation, that was what we hadn't considered.
After we left the center, we were driving down the road. I just remember this feeling like my child is telling me, just give me a chance. I felt that from head to toe the whole time we were driving.
I looked over all the pamphlets and read all the information. So after reading all the information, we made the decision together to choose life and to keep our baby.
I decided to propose to Jenny after we decided to choose life. I talked to my mom about it a little bit. I went with my mom. We picked out a band and a stone.
And Phil proposed when I was 7 months pregnant. And he took me outside onto our front porch at our little one-bedroom apartment, and there were rose petals all over the ground along with tea light candles. And he got down on one knee and said his little spiel, and then he asked me to marry him. We got married when Philip was about 18 months old, and he was the ring bearer at our wedding. After we got married, I found out that I was pregnant again, and we were in touch with the pregnancy center at that point and discovered that they were connected with a birth center. I really liked the facility. Everybody was very nice. The birth suites are beautiful, and it just seemed like a great environment.
I like the fact that it's connected to the pregnancy center because they were part of the first time around with little Phil being a huge part of his life. So with our new baby, it's great to have that support system there still.
My son Philip means the world to me. He's my best friend, my little buddy. I love him so much.
When I look at him, I'm just amazed at how perfect he is. God has blessed us so much. He's smart, he's handsome, he's funny, he's everything that you could imagine a child being and more. He's perfect. He really is.
Visiting the pregnancy center was a great turnaround for us because we chose life and we have this beautiful son. We ended up getting married, and now God is still working in our lives through the pregnancy center because we're delivering at Breath of Life, and it's just been wonderful.